Hello everyone, this is Pam, Rose City Stitcher, coming to you on this last day of January of 2021 with my Flosstube update. I'm going to really try to do these every month so I don't have so many things piled up to show you and the videos won't last so long. So I thought I'd go ahead and pop on today and show you what I've worked on the month of January and tell you a little bit of my plans for February. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start out showing you my two finishes. I had two finishes this month. The first one was my magazine start, and it was a start and a finish. This is Comfort and Joy. That's out of the Winter Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine by Luminous Fiber Arts, and it's on 28 count wheat Lugana. I love how it turned out. I love the blue jay. It's all called for colors except the dark wing. The dark wing, I wanted a little more variegation, so I used old blue paint. The rest of it's all called for DNC. So I was really happy with that one. The other finish I had was in my Main Street series. I did finish the second store, which was the the bookstore. So I finished the bookstore. If you remember, I didn't have very much done on it all. Excuse me. All I had done was the roof, so I got that finished. I was real happy with that. This is on blue. I can't remember what blue this is. I think it's the ice blue Lugana. So I was hoping to do one of these each month, so it'll be finished by the end of the year. So next month, I'll be starting the next one on that. And then I had two new starts. Of course, one of the new starts was a start and a finish. The other new start, I didn't really plan on starting this one, but I ended up starting it after all. I started this on Inauguration Day. I just thought it was kind of appropriate, especially with everything that had happened. So this is Pretty Little Washington by Satsuma Street. And I'm doing this on a 14 count Fiddler's Ada. Let me double check which way this goes. Let's see. Okay, it goes like this. I don't know if you're even able to see it, but I was doing the Washington Monument going down there. So that was my start. So those were my starts. I worked on 19 projects in January. I'm not going to show you all of them. There were about 3 or 4 that were part of the Bringo that I was doing for the magazines, the magazine challenge. And since if they only had the 100 stitches, it really wasn't very noticeable. So I did not pull those out to show you. But I did pull out the ones that I thought you could see some noticeable difference. Because some of them were pulled for 2 days. So those had more. And some after the 100 stitches, I did even more. So I brought those out. So first off, I want to show you my 2 WIPCO projects. And I am so pleased with my progress on these. The first one was Nantucket Rose by Lavender and Lace. Oop. There you go. And I was supposed to work 5 days on this one, which I did. And this is on 28 count blue Lugana, that Monaco that they used to have way back when that we don't have anymore. And there's my progress. I did all of that pink. It's like I had barely started on the pink, so I got all of that pink done, which was a lot of different colors. There's about 5 different colors that I had to keep switching back and forth. So I'm really, really pleased with my progress that I made on this. A really good set of work on that. So super happy about that, and I do plan to pull this out even again this year. I want some significant progress on this one. And the other WIPCO project was Strawberry Fields Forever by Blackbird Designs, and I'm very pleased with the progress on this. This one I think I did 4 days. So there's Strawberry Fields Forever. And there's my progress. I did the bird in the basket, and before I just had this part going down and some of this, so I started coming down the other side. So, very happy with the progress made on that. I'm not sure what fabric this is. This was an odd fabric that I had just bought. I don't think it had a name. And I did change out a lot of colors on this one because I didn't have colors that I needed. So I do have kind of a sheet where I've been changing. So at the end, I'll share that if you would want that. So, but the colors are very, very similar. Goodness. And then, so next I'll show you the rest of the projects. My large project of the month that I worked on was Wisdom by Cottage Garden Samplings. And this is on 28 count mushroom Lugana. And there's my progress. When you saw it, I had 2 trees done. So now I have 4 trees done. And the crown, I did the white as part of my Ringo. My least favorite color to stitch was white. So I did get 100 stitches in on that day doing that white. So I would have had a lot more progress on this, but when I was doing the crown, it switched pages, and for some reason I could not wrap my brain around how the counting on those pages. I finally had to just print both of them out and tape them together so I could figure it out. Or I would have got a lot farther because that took me a good 30 minutes just trying to figure that out. Then my kit project for the month of January was Honeybee Happening. This is a Priscilla kit that I just love. I had a hard time putting this one down. I just kept wanting to stitch on it. This is one of my favorites. And I switched out the fabric for the antique white 14 count they had, or it was 18 count I believe, for a 28 count antique white. And there's my progress. I love it. Like I said, I finished this. I did like all of that. I got a lot done. I just love it. I could have kept on working on it. A lot of fun. Then I worked on, let's see, what is this? Okay, so those were all my main projects that I did. That was basically my fancy lady did a double duty as my whip go with Nantucket Rose, and then my small was my finish with the Main Street series, and then of course my kit was Honeybee Happening. My large was Wisdom. And then my medium was the Strawberry Fields Forever. So the rest of these are all projects that I did based on my Ringo. So I worked 2 different days on Afternoon in Rome by Country Cottage Needleworks. So since it was 2 different days, I got a lot done on this one. I finished the 2 trees. So I had finished the fountain and the base. So I got the trees done. Or almost done. So happy with that. And this is just on a light blue Lugana. This is one I do hope to have finished this year. Then I worked on my little kitty, my Gem Shore kitty. This was I had to work on my smallest project, and this was my smallest project. So there's my project. I did all the green. I actually did a little more than 100 stitches on this one, I believe. 126 stitches on this one. So, another one I do hope to have finished this year. I worked on Redware Road by Scarlet House. And this one, what did I put in this one? It says 120 stitches. And this one is on Fabric Flare Historic Beige. Yep. I did the two birds at the start of the flowers. When you saw it, all I had done was that border. So happy to get a little bit more done on that one. This is kind of a larger piece, so this won't be, I don't have this one set to be finished this year. Okay, then I worked on Silver Creek Samplers, Sweet Liberty. I don't remember what the reason was why this one, what the reason was for this one, but I did work on it. And there it is. I did the two little flowers. And I did think I did finish some of that too. And this is on a mushroom lugana. It's 28 count. This one is also one I'm hoping to finish this year. This one had 2 days because I had it on 2 different numbers on my Bringo board. So this one got a good bit of progress. This is by Tempting Tangle, Sizzling Summertime Carnival. Told you this was one that I was very excited about. And this is on Chime by Picture This Plus, a 32 count. Don't do a lot on 32 count. But there's my progress. I did all that green and did a little bit more with the gold. So super pleased with my progress on that. So you can see that finished, you know, that little corner. The red are beads. So this is one I'm going to pull out a lot because I would like to have this finished because I don't have any summer things to hang up. So that's my summer piece. Then I worked on my Christmas Twilight. I told you that also had 2 on there twice. I got a lot done on this one. I continue to work on this one because, as I told you, this is going to be a finish this year. And there's my progress. I had to work on a tree. And then also it was my newest whip, so that's why it got a lot of progress. I love it. Love it, love it. This one will be worked on every month. I'll pull this out for some reason each month. Because I want it finished. Oh, and this is on the called for Snowy Mountain, 28 Lugana. Then I've worked on my conch shell. This was Stitch on Something Sparkly, and I really did want to pull this one out again, so I chose this one. And let me see which way this goes. Yep, it goes this way. So there's my progress. Actually, it goes that way. So, yep. Happy with that. That's going to go in my bathroom, so I'd really like to have this one finished. And there's several others in the series I'd like to stitch on also. So that's what I worked on, I believe. Yep. Okay, so what I'm going to work on for February is my 2 WIPCO projects. So let me show you those. My first WIPCO chosen was my Texas Happy Hour, which I'm glad because this was supposed to be a finish. So there's what that one looks like. And remember, I thought I had a good start and discovered I did not have a very big start. So there's my progress. So I'm hoping that this month, what I'm going to do is probably put 5 days in. It's like if it's a WIPCO project, you know, like I said, this is supposed to be finished. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish that. So I'm going to at least do 5 days. So I'm going to do 5 days on that this month to try to work towards my finish goal. And the other one was Cherries and Berries by Country Cottage Needleworks. This was also supposed to be a finish, and once I pulled it out, realized I did not have very much done on it. So this one will also do 5 days. So these two will be my first 2 weeks because I want to get that goal done first. So these will be pretty much, my first 2 weeks. And then for my large project, I've decided I'm going to work on Night Walk Down by the Blue Flower. Oops. Oh goodness. There you go. Because I finally got all my threads that I needed for this, because I pulled this out to work on it just because I was in the mood for it, and I couldn't because I didn't have any of the colors. It was too many to try to swap out because I really like how it looks, and I'd really like to be using most of the colors. So there's where I am, and so I'll be working either 4 to 5 days on this one. This is on the blended needle. I don't know what the color is though. It's a 28 count. So I love this color, this purpley color. There, it looks really good there. Yeah, so that's gonna be my large. I got my 2 Whipco. I don't know what kit I'm gonna work on yet. I haven't really decided what kit I want to do yet. I was leaning towards my Gourmet ABCs because that one I really wanted to get done. So that might be the one that I pull. That's the one I've kind of got in my head that I'm gonna use. As far as my Fancy Lady, I haven't quite decided that. I might just do work on that Christmas Twilight for my lady, since I'm really wanting to get her done. And none of the others are really calling to me right now except that one. So that's probably going to be the one I'm going to work on for my Fancy Lady. And then my small, I'm going to start the next Main Street. Get that one started. So that'll be my small. And I may work on another one too, just depending on how long it takes me to do that one. Of course, February is a shorter month, so that might really be all that I get done for that month. So this is going to be a short video. I went through those quicker than I expected. So let me go through my haul. Not very much. I'm really not buying very much. I don't really want to buy any patterns really because there's none I'm in the mood to start. I'm happy with what I have and I just want to finish them. So I haven't really got much haul, but I did get the colors for that Night Walk Down. So I needed pecan pie and cherry bark. Just love that. Just Rust, Bee's Knees, which I had a hard time finding that one. I had to wait on that one. And Chris's Bonbon. So those are going to go in there with my Night Walk Down to work on that. Work on that today. Then also, I hadn't showed you this before. I got my December Floss Fix, which is Christmas time, which I'm super thrilled because I have the Be Merry set from the Priscilla and Chelsea set, and I am just about out of all those colors. So this has Petite Mason. It's kind of a whitish blue. So tea and biscuits that I did need some more of. Mistletoe, a nice green. Balsam fir, which I did not have, another green. Honeycomb, a goldish yellow. I'm sorry, the kitty's attacking my thread down here. And Manor Red. So happy to have those for when I get ready to do Christmas ones. I'll have some Christmas colors. And then I got January's Floss Fix, which is Pacific Blue. And this has a lot of pretty blue. These are all coloring cotton. So I got Hydrangea, Blue Beatrix. The kitty is like eyeballing these threads. Cool Azul, Betty Bluebell, Blue Moon, and Blacksmith Blue. Like I said, she is like wanting to snatch these right out of my hand. She loves my thread. We fight with the thread every night when I stitch. She tries to get my thread. So there was those. And then the other haul that I got, I had told you about the Goddess of the Sea kit, Joan Elliott kit, that I just did not like the way the pattern looked and thought if I had a better pattern, I would enjoy it more and maybe get it finished. So I went ahead and did that. I'm like, why have I not done that? I did that with the other one. So that's what I did. I went ahead and bought the actual chart pack from 123 Stitch. So now it's going to go so much better. So plus the blending filament that came with the kit was awful. There's no way I was going to use that. And so now I know what the acrylic is to use. So, and the beads and everything. So, you know what? Yeah, it's got some beads. So I'm really excited to get back to this. This may be one I actually work on for my fancy lady this month, just to get myself back on track with where I am with the new pattern. So that is an idea that I have that I may work on that one just to see if it in fact is better, because I love the fabric isn't a problem at all. I love this fabric that I have that I got from Mosale. It's a 16 count that's just beautiful for this, so I don't want to give it up. So I'm hoping that will solve my problem with not wanting to work on it. And then I got the dressmaker's daughter. His Terry Lee Crafts had said she was gonna start this one in December, and ended up they didn't have it on 123 Stitch. They were out of it because I wanted to kind of start this with her, and I don't think she ended up starting it because when I watched her last video, she didn't mention it. So I'm thinking she maybe wasn't able to start it. She ended up feeling under the weather on that day, and so I don't know that she started it. So I was going to send her a message and see if she started or not, and if not, I would like to start this with her because she was going to start with the winter one on the first day of winter. So I can still start that. Still winter. And I have some fabric for it already. So I have this kind of this dark brown that I think will fit on it. So we'll see. So I bought that. And then I bought Aurora by RETM. Sleeping Beauty is my favorite. And I'm not sure when I'm going to start this. I thought about this maybe being my birthday start. My birthday's in March. So I think I may start this for my birthday again. I think I have some fabric already that I like for it. I'm going to have to double check and kit that up. I need to start doing that. When I see something I like, go ahead and put it in there so I don't forget what my idea was. So, and this just uses DMC. So, yeah. So that's kind of my plan. And then another thing I want to give away. I never win anything, ever. And I want to give away on Joyful Stitcher's Flossmas giveaway that she did when she was giving away all of those things. And I'm so happy. The one that I won was the one that was like my second favorite one that I wanted to win. Because it came with this little bead nabber, which I could so definitely use for when I do my beading. And this kit that is just adorable. It's painted pumpkins. Because I want to do a Halloween tree this year, and that would just look gorgeous on a Halloween tree. So, and it's full kit with all the stuff. So I'm so excited about that. It's like, thank you, Joyfilled Stitcher, so much. I don't think she watches my videos, but thank you. And then the last thing I want to show you for haul is not stitchy related, but kind of, sort of. I was with my son this weekend, and he was at the store that sells Dungeons and Dragons stuff and the magic cards and all that kind of stuff. So I was like, well, okay, I'll go with you. I don't think I'm going to find anything I want here, but, you know, whatever. But I did. I found a puzzle. A Jasmine Beckett Griffith puzzle that's based on one of her, it's one of her Heaven and Earth designs. This is the Alice in a Dolly Dream. And I love puzzles anyway. So, but to have this as a puzzle, I was like super stoked. I was like, oh my gosh. And of course, my son was like so happy that I actually found something at his store. I was like, yay. So I'm anxious to put this together. So that was exciting. I didn't even know she had puzzles. So I'm going to have to keep my eye out now. See if she has any more. So that was super exciting. Uh, so anyway, that's pretty much all that I have. That's it. You can see I was stitching a lot this month. It's like I stitched a lot. I was like, that was kind of my New Year's resolution. Not really a resolution, but just a plan that I was going to make sure I stitched every night just for my own self care. Yeah, everybody was talking about their word of the year, and my word is intentional. And I want to be intentional in what I'm doing, that I'm not just wasting time doing nothing, that I'm more focused. It's kind of torn between my word being focused and intentional, but I felt like intentional was calling to me more. And after I had that word, I was like seeing that word everywhere. It's strange how when you pick a word, that word just is like out in the universe coming to you. Joyfield Stitcher had said the same thing. Her word is hope, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, it's like this word really spoke to me, all this past week." And it does. So I do encourage you, if you haven't already, kind of think of a word of the year. Not so much resolutions, but just a word to help you get through the year, because sometimes that really will help. So anyway, that's kind of off on a tangent, but anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for all my subscribers. I had a few new subscribers, so thank you for that. I'm starting to try to post a little bit more on Instagram, so I'm the same, Rose City Stitcher on Instagram also. If you want to see what I'm doing throughout the month before my videos, I definitely post all my any finishes that I do. So thank you for coming to watch me, and I hope everybody has a great February. Hope we have a good February. Things start to settle down a little bit, we hope. So if you have any questions about anything, leave them down below. And everybody, have a great day. Bye.